Honor, I would just like to place this in the right perspective. Sinabi po ni Executive Director Tolentino, the issue is kung may pumasok po na resulta. That's wrong. The issue here is bakit may nagtatransmit when there is supposed to be no transmission at all on those days. Yun po, malinaw po yung labag sa batas. Labag po yun sa protocols nila. It's not about whether may votes na pumasok or hindi. Ang question is, may nag-attempt, whether it's an attempt or not, it is already a violation, Your Honor.
All right. Yes, sir.
Yes, Senator Pangilinan.
I just want to be clarified. Late transmissions are illegal? Is that what you're saying? That any or early? Sorry. There is a period of transmission allowed. My understanding is the testing is May 2 to 6. May 2 to 6, dyan ang testing. So may mga testing transmission yan. Beyond that, nahuli. Ibig sabihin, lumampas na ng May 6, ibig sabihin, hindi na pumasok doon sa deadline. So late. Yung bang late na yun, hirap. Kung late dahil lampas na sa May 6, illegal ba yun?
Hindi po. Allowed siya ng COMELEC Reso 10101. Di ba? Tama po
Kasi
ba yan?
ang sinasabi,
Tama po yan.
that is against the law. Yung lumampas sa May 6, tama ba yun? Against the law ba yun? Kasi
No,
Hindi
sir.
po.
That is
parang
not.
bakit ka pa nagtatransmit kung tapos na yung transmission period? Di ba? Dapat wala nang transmission. Tama? Bakit mayroong mga transmission ng May 8? Yun, illegal yun. Yung ba yung sinasabi mo?
sige,
That's against the
Chong.
law?
No, sir. With respect to final testing and sealing that exceeds beyond May 6, hindi siya illegal. What I'm trying to point out is that when you cannot trace any particular machine as having actually sent it, that becomes illegal because you cannot pinpoint anymore. These are not legitimate machines. The ones that is producing this in Ragay in particular is not a legitimate one because all the 62 were testing and sealing on May 5. There was no transaction whatsoever on May 8. They went back alive only on May 9 in the morning. But the DNS log, the directory service that they had used, may natanggap
Yung
siyang
main,
query
yung main.
on May 8. On May 8 na nagtatanong, sino po ito si 1730? So that's make it illegal and questionable. Highly questionable, Your Honor. That's my point, sir. And besides, sir, yung sinasabi po nilang testing na transmission, sir, if you will look at the audit logs, merong mga nag-a-attempts po ng transmission, pero most of them, hindi po talaga transmission, testing lang po ng signal.
So as mentioned by COMELEC, there are, and you allowed it, testing and transmissions even before May 9. Diba? May 8, pinayagan yan, no, to testing transmissions. So, kasama sa mga inihiling namin sa inyo, may we now ask you to submit to us copies of municipalities who conducted FTS or testing transmissions in the wee hours of May 8 and May 9. May mga nag-conduct, di ba? So, submit nyo sa amin, sino-sino yung mga nag-conduct na yan. So, with that, may I move on to another topic of my privilege speech? Oh, yes.
Senator Drilon.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Well, may I address this question to the COMELEC? Attorney Chong said that he got this record from the records of the COMELEC as subpoenaed by the SET. Now, is that that's on the record? Now, was the logs from Ragay Camarines Sur submitted to the SET? To this SET? Was it?
Yes, sir. Complete, sir.
No. What it was submitted to the Senate Electoral Tribunal or to the Presidential Electoral Tribunal?
To the set, Your Honor.
To the SET.
Yes, sir. We were issued a subpoena.
Why to the SET? Was that part of the protest of Tolentino regarding?
Yes, sir. Tolentino and De Lima, sir.
Okay.
Your Honor, if I may.
Attorney Lim.
I think when Attorney Chong was pointing out the logs, he just said that one half of that part came from the SET. Now, I don't know where the other half came from. He said to compare the two and it will match. So maybe if you can ask Attorney Chong where the other half came
Okay,
from.
can you respond to that, Attorney Chong?
Sir, he may have not understood me or he was not listening to me.
Okay,
I was referring
Please,
to...
Mr.
Yes, sir.
Chong.
I'm sorry.
Stop the insults, all
Yes, sir.
right? Only senators are allowed to insult here.
What I'm referring to... Thank
Not
you, sir.
Not
Thank
a
you.
witness, okay?
What I'm trying to point out is that the DNS, that's only one half. That's what I'm showing here, sir. The other half would be, you may look at the audit logs, which will complete the entire picture. That's what I meant, sir. Hindi ho yung literally hinati ko yung log, this pinakita ko yung half at hindi naman yung the other half. No. What I'm referring to is the different
Well,
systems.
I guess questions are raised here because you are known to be the counsel of Bongbong Marcos,
No, sir.
and therefore your
No,
views
sir.
here might be.
For the record, sir, I don't.
Are you
I'm
not the counsel of
No, sir.
Bongbong Marcos? But you
No,
have
sir.
represented Bongbong Marcos in the proceedings before the PET.
No, sir.
Oh,
No,
come
sir.
on.
No, sir. Honestly.
I have here a letter of Attorney Garcia, counsel for Mr. Marcos, who mentions you as one of the representatives, alternate representative. This is a letter
Sir.
addressed to the COMELEC on March 17, 2017.
Sir, they can review the logs there of the CCTV if they have found my soul there. Wala po ako doon, sir.
What?
My name was just there, but I never
No,
went
here.
there.
I'm looking at
Yes, sir. I'm not denying that. It may be there, but I never went to the SET, not
No,
PET.
but
PET.
yes, I did
Not for
say
any
that
instance.
that you went to the SET. I'm just saying that you are nominated as a representative of Bongbong
I may have been
Marcos
nominated, but I didn't accept the nomination, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At any rate, ganito, no? The claim of Attorney Chong is that the data in his PowerPoint came from submissions to the set by the COMELEC of the logs of the DNS. You will have time to double check his statement. If he is found to be not accurate or misleading, as we will sanction him. Kaya may time po kayo. Kaya alam ni Attorney Chong yun. So malakas ang loob niya. So you will have time when you go back to the office to double check. Kayang-kaya nyo double check yun. Ang dali. May 8, may oras pa. 5 p.m. yata yun or something like that. Okay? Then you tell us kung mali o hindi. O,
Mr. Chair.
yes, Mr. Senate President.
Okay, just to complete the picture, because it might be misinterpreted by others. Attorney Chong is just an invited resource person here. He was not my source. My source is being represented by Attorney Baligod. And if necessary, I will present him if necessary. But just to make, baka akala kasi ng mga nakinig ng privilege speech ko at saka nitong mga nangyayari ngayon, si Attorney Chong yung source ko nito mga ito. Hindi. Ang source ko, saksakan ng lalim, hindi nyo kayang baliktarin. Sigurado ko, kaya alam ko yung sabit nyo. Attorney Baligod, yes.
Thank you, Honorable Senate President. I am representing two potential material witnesses who can prove the allegations made by Senate President Soto in his twin speeches. Basically, the three material allegations that they can prove are the following. First, that there was a queue server used which was unauthorized and which was malicious. It was unauthorized because it was not included in the transmission diagram presented or submitted by Smartmatic to COMELEC and which the COMELEC approved. Second, this queue server, the source code of the queue server was not subjected to review. And third, this queue server was responsible in unbundling transmission packages. Number 4, it was used as a gateway in the transmission of results. And lastly, it was heavily used only on May 10 to 11, 2016. So let me give a brief explanation, Your Honor, on why it is important to look into this deeper.
Go ahead. Senator Pangilinan.
Just a parliamentary inquiry. Should not the witnesses of the lawyer, rather than the lawyer, be speaking here? We have a rule that only resource persons can speak and that they be assisted by counsel. Right now, we have counsel speaking and without the witnesses. How do we go about this, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair,
SP.
Mr. Chair, Attorney Baligod is here to explain, just to explain, he is explaining why he is here. He is saying that he's representing my source, and he's placing on record what my source is saying.
May I, Your Honor?
I will allow you to continue. You're summarizing what the witnesses will actually explain. And we know that you are not testifying on your own personal knowledge.
Yes.
Alam na namin yun. So we will now know what weight we will give to your statements because you are not the person who has personal knowledge of this.
Yes.
So at least with that caveat, I will allow you. Sige.
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead.
And just one more thing, the reason that I wanted him recognized is because there are people who are thinking that Attorney Chong is my source. He's not. I have nothing to do with him.
May I, Your Honor? Your Honors, I am just giving the committee a glimpse on what these witnesses can share to the committee in furtherance of its investigation.
Attorney Baligo, just be direct to the point kasi you're just summarizing what you understood from what they have told you. Sige po.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. So, they can testify on the irregularities with regard to the unauthorized queue server used during the elections. That's one. Second, they can prove on the fact of early transmission. Kanina po, pinag-aawayan ni Senator Pangilinan sa si Attorney Glenn Chong yung logs. Ang punto po dito ay
Clarification lang, hindi ho kami nag-aaway. Pinag-uusapan.
Sige po. Ang sinasabi po ng witnesses, merong doon sa log ng central server, may naka-reflect na transmission ng isang VCM na isa doon ay na-recognize from Ragay. Pero pag titingnan nyo yung log ng VCM sa Ragay, wala pong transmission. So sino po ang nagke-query doon sa central server kung hindi yung VCM na yon? Kaya po lumalabas yung sinasabing there were clone machines used. Pangatlo po yung foreign access to our system. Mai-prove po nila that there is a foreign-based computer machine that is able to access our system. And this foreign-based machine has the access privilege of a root. Ibig po sabihin yata sa lengguwahe ng mga IT experts, pag root ang access privilege mo, kaya mong gawin ang kahit ano doon sa system. No? And kaya po hindi nakarating yung mga witnesses ngayon ay they are bound to a contractual obligation prohibiting them to disclose any information. But I believe that if they are subjected to the compulsory processes of the Senate, they will be able to share the information that they know. And they are credible and knowledgeable, Your Honors, because they were part of the group that developed the software and the operation of the software itself. Thank you, Your Honors.
All right. So, Mr.